reporting for nearly 2 years on allegations of corruption surrounding Henyard in her capacity as Dolton mayor and Thornton Township Trust supervisor.
FBI also demanded records from the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. We reported at least $10,000 in tax.
The ongoing scandal involving Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, has drawn significant attention as the FBI has launched an investigation into her alleged misconduct. Recent developments have sent shockwaves through local leadership, including the Dixon and Ton trustees. The evidence against Henyard is rapidly mounting. The first major sign of the investigation emerged when FBI agents were seen questioning key individuals in Dolton. Though officials have not disclosed details, it's believed that the investigation relates to long-standing accusations of Henyard using her political power for personal benefit. The situation has escalated, further tarnishing her reputation as the so-called super mayor and raising concerns about potential misconduct. In fact, interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges. How did the FBI agents you talk to seem serious about it? Very serious concerns. Very serious. Lawrence Gardner, owner of a U-Haul rental and trucking business in South Suburban Dolton, claims he went to the FBI months ago after the village refused to renew his business license. He alleges harassment with Dolton police raiding and shutting down his business. Gardner believes this retaliation occurred because he declined to donate to a civic event sponsored by Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
In fact, interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges. Did the FBI agents you talked to seem serious about?
Yes, very serious. Very serious.
Lawrence Gardner is one of 6 individuals who have confirmed to Fox 32 that they were interviewed by the FBI, including Dolton business owners, a former village employee, and at least one public official. Several business owners in Dolton have revealed they were denied business licenses because they refused to support Mayor Tiffany Henyard's election campaign. The situation raises concerns about the disturbing link between business operations and political donations. The ongoing investigation paints a troubling picture of corruption under Henyard's leadership. Using electronic surveillance, FBI agents are investigating Henyard's alleged misuse of taxpayer resources, including extensive spending on out-of-town trips and hundreds of thousands of dollars in police overtime for her personal security. Additionally, agents are looking into her alleged use of public employees and funds for a personal benefit, as well as holding up licenses for businesses like a Dolton restaurant. I've heard rumors that say, "Hey, I'm on the wrong." Dwayne has been attempting to renew his restaurant's business license for nearly a year. While he hasn't spoken with the FBI, he believes his approval is being blocked because he provided catering services to several Dolton trustees involved in a political dispute with Mayor Henyard.
I talked to a couple of agents and I explained them what was going on. I gave them all my paperwork to show them what was happening in court and what was happening in Dolton. And they told me they was investigating and they would.
The license was delayed due to George's Towing's refusal to support or contribute to Mayor Henyard's political campaign. Meanwhile, FBI agents are investigating Henyard's alleged misuse of taxpayer funds and resources. The inquiry includes questioning her about extravagant out-of-town travel expenses, hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on police overtime for her personal security detail, and the use of public employees and tax dollars for personal gain. Additionally, agents are probing her role in delaying licenses for specific businesses, such as a Dolton restaurant. Dwayne Wood, owner of the restaurant, has been attempting to renew his business license for nearly a year, though he has not spoken with the FBI. He believes he has been targeted due to his catering services for several Dolton trustees who are currently engaged in a political dispute with Henyard. "I believe I have been singled out because of my association with a particular group of people with the state," referring to his involvement with the trustees. The owner of the towing company shares similar concerns. Signing a refusal to endorse Henyard as a reason for his stalled license, Dolton trustee Jason House responded to the news of the FBI's investigation, saying, "We welcome any investigation that will bring transparency to how taxpayer dollars are being spent. Our residents deserve this level of financial transparency."
I think I've been just targeted because of my association affiliation with a certain group of people. I had the trustees. I cooked for
For the citizens of Dolton, the arrival of the FBI marked a long-awaited opportunity to confront years of corruption and mismanagement under Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administration. Dolton, a small community that depends on its public servants to prioritize the collective good, has instead witnessed a government mired in allegations of self-interest, financial misconduct, and a lack of accountability. The misuse of public funds and resources under Henyard leadership, along with an alleged focus on personal enrichment rather than public service, has fueled widespread frustration and eroded trust in local governance. Public services essential to the town's well-being have suffered. Firefighters have worked without contracts. Roads have fallen into disrepair, and basic community needs have been neglected, all while Hen's administration indulged in lavish events, unchecked spending, and controversial appointments. These priorities have overshadowed the core responsibility of governing for the benefit of Dolton's residents. The federal investigation represents a critical turning point for Dolton, offering a chance to dismantle what many believe to be a deeply entrenched network of deceit and favoritism. While Henyard's critics have long suspected widespread corruption, the FBI's involvement has validated their concerns and renewed hope for justice. For the first time, there is a genuine possibility that Dolton can shift from a cycle of alleged exploitation and inefficiency.
We reached out to the FBI, which said it is policy for the agency not to comment on the nature, existence, or non-existence of any investigation that may be occurring. A public relations firm responded on behalf of the mayor, saying neither Henyard or the village of Dolton had received any subpoenas or been contacted by the FBI or any other.
Tiffany Henyard's mismanagement of Dolton wasn't enough. Her recent decision to oppose a proposal to investigate her own behavior has only intensified public skepticism and outrage. The situation escalated when Henyard was given the opportunity to allow a transparent, open examination of her actions, an essential step that could have addressed the growing allegations of corruption and abuse of power. Instead, she chose to block the proposal, raising even more questions about her motives and fueling doubts about what she might be trying to hide. This decision has left many wondering why Henyard continues to resist any form of accountability. Critics argue that her refusal to cooperate with such an inquiry is a glaring admission of guilt, suggesting she is more concerned with protecting her own interests than serving the community. The timing of this opposition is particularly troubling as it comes amid increased scrutiny from both federal investigators and the frustrated public. Dolton's residents have grown weary of an administration plagued by financial mismanagement.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard is resisting calls to look into her spending. The village
To see our village, our community, we are under attack. It's a shame that people can come to meetings and just tell one side of the story and not get the entire side of both.
Earlier today, what is not clear is exactly why earlier today a few FBI agents were seen in the Dolton area, but the exact reason for their presence remains unclear. However, we received a statement from the FBI confirming that they were conducting court-authorized law enforcement activity in the area due to Department of Justice policy. The FBI is prohibited from commenting on the specifics of any ongoing investigation. Despite the agency's silence, it is widely assumed that the investigation is connected to Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who has been the subject of FBI inquiries for weeks. The FBI's presence in Dolton has sparked a sense of relief among many in the community as they feel their calls for help have finally been answered. One local resident shared their sense of relief, saying, "For the past 3 years the board members, citizens and I have felt that nobody was coming to our aid, giving us the information we need to make informed decisions about our village finances. Today, with the FBI's involvement, many feel they are one step closer to uncovering the truth." Several trustees also expressing their satisfaction that their concerns had been heard.
What we know, and that is that a handful of FBI agents showed up to this area earlier today. What is not clear is exactly.
The firefighters in Dolton continue to carry out their duties, keeping the community safe despite the challenges posed by Mayor Tiffany Henyard's controversial actions as the city grapples with a federal investigation into Henyard's conduct. They've been actively seeking transparency, especially regarding her travel compensation and benefits. Julian Cruz of WGN reported from the area where tension continues to rise. The Thoron Township Board of Trustees recently failed to fully approve their 2025 budget, triggering widespread discontent from residents of the 17 South suburban communities that make up the township. Many are deeply frustrated with Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard.